Boy, I tell you. Oh, man. It never ceases to amaze me the sheer stupidity that come from Eagle detractors, because these are not Eagles fans that are putting this type of information out. They're 135% detractors that are putting this information out. Now, where'd this come from? Where'd this whole Tanner McKee? They wonder what this offense look like with Tanner McKee, right? This came from Howard. Let me touch on you, Eskins, the guy who hates Jalen Hurts, who has something against Jalen Hurts, who, mind you, was just on the Eagles sideline for years. Like, Philly, are you vetting these people that are on your sidelines? So now, an unproven quarterback that I think he played two, did he play in the regular season? I think. It's just like, if you just say you don't know football without saying you don't know football, when you want a Tanner McKee in, think about it. We have amnesia, selective amnesia about what Jalen Hurts has not only meant for this team, for the city, the franchise. Think about it. The Jalen Hurts comes in because your star quarterback that you guys picked couldn't cut it no more. He comes in being a second round draft pick, immediately gives the team a spark because when they brought him in, Carson Wentz couldn't get nothing going. He was missing open guys. As soon as they brought Jalen, he gave this team a spark. And even then, you had people like hating ass Derek Gunn and others who said, I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. That same year, or the next year, maybe the next year, after he took them to the playoffs, Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie believed in the man. DRZ Motorsport, what's up, fam? He stepped in for Pickett when he got hurt last season, and Jalen had a concussion. I think he started two. All right, yeah, that was it. And he looked like a backup should look. A backup should be able to come in. That's like Marcus Mariota. Is he now going to be the starter over Jaden Daniels? His record is 1-6, I think, as a starter, or 1-5 as a starter. But he got 300 yards. This is what backups do. They're supposed to do that. A backup's not supposed to come in and stink it up. They're supposed to be able to win you a couple of games. But for people calling for it, it doesn't make any sense. The man, like I said, 8-9 months ago, we was all celebrating in Philadelphia. We was all walking. I'm walking on cans and, you know, bumping into people. People wouldn't move. It was so many people. It was such a glorious time. Did we not forget that man carried this team, put this team on his back? Because remember, all year, the passing offense, the passing offense. As soon as we got to the games where it was needed, in the playoffs, my man Jalen performed. He performed. He made every pass. He made every throw. He made every read. He made every run. He did whatever he had to do to will his team to victory. I don't think that's changed. These are not robots out there. These are human beings. Human beings have bad games. Human beings miss passes, especially when the wind is like 40 miles an hour. People think every backer will become the next Nick Foles. Right. Who also statistically was not great. Definitely not once that. Yeah. What up, Philly? It's like at the end of the day, Nick Foles was an outlier, bro. And then when Nick had an opportunity to go somewhere else, what happened? He looked like shit. Salute, Carlos. Salute. So at the end of the day, it's just silly. Now somebody suggested that maybe the Eagles ain't putting this type of shit out. I don't think Eagles ain't doing that, bro. They're not doing that. This shit started with Howard Eskin running his mouth on these different programs. And now people that hate Jalen Hurts, they now want to run with this narrative. Imagine what it would look like. I'm gonna tell you what it would look like. It'll look like he'll probably complete a couple more passes, but once the defense adjusts, and with this offensive line, leaving a statue sitting duck quarterback back there, you even had some clown even suggest because he's 6'6", he could be the next Drake May. Not because of his play on the field, but because he's 6'6". I'm gonna tell you what it would look like. First of all, Jalen Hurts is like 70% win percentage, 70% completion percentage this year. How much better do you want it to get? How much better do you want it to get? Think about that for a minute. So, this offensive line with Tanner McKee, he will get fucking killed. Philly, Jalen is playing his ass off, ungrateful fans. He got us 2 Super Bowls and 1 win. Absolutely. But again, he has to be perfect. They feel like it's not enough. They want more and more and more and more. He did what no other Eagles quarterback could do. No other Eagles franchise quarterback, because Nick Foles obviously done it. Shout out to him. But no other Eagles quarterback could do it. No franchise. McNabb couldn't do it. Jaworski couldn't do it. None of them guys could do it. Tanner will last 2 games max. And then once Tanner starts throwing picks all over the place and getting sacked all over the place, because you're going to wish you had Jalen. You're like, damn, Jalen Hurts would have got out of there. Jalen Hurts would have did this on that play. But no, Tanner McKee is done. Carlos, but to be honest, these guys need to get it together because it's not good that the players and coaches are saying we're still trying to find our identity at the week 12. Shaking my head. And unfortunately, it's too late to replace Patullo. Yes, it's too. You can't replace Patullo. The quarterback definitely has some of the blame. I'm not absolving him of any other blame. No, I'm not. He deserves blame, man, in this. He does. He gets paid entirely too much money, but is it all on him? No. Nick Sirianni's telling you the truth. It's never just one thing. We want to attribute it to one thing because that's like human nature, but it's more than one thing. It's more. Yeah, Tanner McKee looked good versus backups, and he played against the Giants and the Cowboys. They suck. That's the year they suck. Hey, if you're coming in, hit the thumbs up button. We got 19. Hit the thumbs up for me real quick. Philly puts, could it be a race thing? I mean, it's always a segment of the people that hate Jalen Hurts. It's a segment of them where it's definitely about race. Right? It's a segment where it's definitely about race. It is. It just is. Again, I'm never gonna be that ignorant to say every single person that's criticizing Jalen Hurts is a racist. No, I'm not saying that. But there are a select few. Like I believe Howard Eskin is one of them. I believe this other guy, Silly Ho, is one of them. I believe they're one of them, for real. You know? As much as people say, oh, it's click engagement farm. No. And their history a lot of times shows it. They like, you egging, but y'all going to the wrong people's house to egg. You shouldn't be going to the office of coordinator. You should be going to these Eagles detractors' houses. Like all this negative shit to say. That's what y'all need to be going to egging their shit. You ain't hear that here though. They all get thrown in the pot for blame. Smitty has been the most consistent one. Yeah. Now you got people talking about AJ Brown and I think it was an interesting comment somebody wrote that was like, look, all right, AJ wanted the offense to go through him. Now what? Now look. I'm not going to say that he threw off the chemistry, but we were winning. And I'm not saying this offense will be better without AJ, but when he wasn't the focal point, it seems like when Jalen was just passing it to the open person as opposed to trying to feed AJ, it seemed like, and maybe I could be wrong with this assessment, it seemed like we were winning games. I'm just being honest with you. But I could be 100% wrong because I don't think it's a large enough sample size to say that definitively at this point. But like Nick Sirianni said, people say he's talking. No, see, football is the ultimate team sport. It's the ultimate team sport. It's never just one thing unless a field goal kicker misses a game-winning field goal. Then you can say, okay, he missed the field goal. But then that still could be, okay, the guy didn't hold it right or the wind took it. So it's never just one thing like he says, right? The reason I think it's more on Kevin Patullo, in my opinion, with my observation of everything, is because the stale moments in the offense, the stagnation in the offense, the play calling. I feel like they're calling plays that last year that worked, and we're trying to do the same thing, and it's not working. Like, even like the straight drop back thing, you got to mix it up a little bit. Get Jalen on the move, have him bootleg, give him the run pass option, different things. Even the play where they'll fake it to Saquon, Jalen act like he runs and he'll throw it, like a little pop pass, screen passes, some other things rather than Jalen just dropping back when you need 2 or 3 yards. I've never been as less confident about them getting 1 or 2 yards. I feel like they gotta get the first down on first and second down. When they get the third and anything, I get nervous now. You know, Carlos, these fan bases need to chill because yes, they egg their house, dude literally get killed. Yeah, Philly, the media just looking for attention. Also, every week they are talking about AJ Jalen if they want us to fail. Yeah, I see that. I definitely see that. And yes, they are. You got certain platforms to me. They definitely want the team to fail. They want it to be drama. They every week it's a new angle on Jalen. Now Tanner McKee's got to come in and AJ Brown's the problem. But none of this matters if those guys are able to right the ship. None of it matters, right? None of it matters. Peace, Sharp. Nah, it's not a call in. My bad, man. I'm gonna get y'all. I'm gonna get y'all one maybe tomorrow or definitely Friday, but not today. I've been meaning to record this video since earlier, but I finally got a quick minute to do so. You know, but yeah, it's because fans they hate our. I can see why they hate our fan base though. We a lot of us are obnoxious. If you in here, hit the thumbs up button on the video, and we almost at 1,000 subscribers. So if you didn't subscribe, we like 20, 30 away. Subscribe to the channel real quick. If you're not subscribed, take a second to subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers today. Philly, if the organization... Also, you can leave super chats now. I think the super chat is available to leave now. Philly, ENT, if the organization failed this team, why would you give a rookie coach that never called a play in his life a Super Bowl contending team? We need a consultant. Yeah. What happened was, bro, is that was the only logical solution because remember they just won the Super Bowl, so it was really nobody out there. You know, I know you talking sports, but your other channel gonna watch Easy Cassidy. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Easy and Cassidy, man. Cassidy's my guy. Cassidy, he Cassidy's a real good friend of ours, man. He made an intro for us a few years back. Been on the show about 5 or 6 times. So I'm definitely Team Cassidy. But I'm tell you what, Cassidy better, all the memes and shit he doing on Easy, he better win that battle. You know, but I appreciate you. But other fan bases are obnoxious too. They make it seem like we're the only ones. Yeah, you're right. Well, RJ, that's real. Because Commanders fans is the weirdest. They're some weird-ass dudes, man. And what I mean by that is that, like, now they are to the point where a good loss is like a win for them. They're happy, Pottsville Pigeons. They happy that they competed with a team as opposed to beating that team. Just some weirdo shit. They happy that they competed. Oh, well, we moved the ball on the number 1 defense. What the fuck does that mean? It's an NFL team. You lost the game. Like, Washington fans is weirdos. Weirdos. Oh, we competed. Who cares about competing, bro? Nobody cares. At the end of the year, nobody's gonna look at how you competed with the Broncos. It's about wins and losses. But I guess when you've been at the bottom so long, and we've been there, you take those moral victories. Carlos, I get the hate we receive as our fan base. Some pricks, yeah. They don't have good standards. Word. But I would say the real diehard Commanders / Redskins fans ain't happy with that shit. They want to win. But it's just the weirdos you see on Twitter. They're actually excited about this shit. It's weird, bro. Oh, we played toe-to-toe with the... What? Why didn't you win the game? You should have won the game. Yeah, when it comes to us, to act like our fans are the most evil and uneducated people, and that's just not true. It's actually the opposite. Absolutely. I'll say one thing about Philly fans, we are the most educated people and the most passionate. That's facts. You got people like on their platforms talking about, oh, Philly, they can't spell, and because the mayor fucked up and it's just like all this dumbass shit at the end of the day. I get you on that. But yeah, back to the Tanner and Jalen shit, man. Even remember when this team was winning, they were mad about that. They said, "Well, how'd you win?" And is this sustainable? Dog, they're like 70% winning percentage. They only lost 4 games this year. Now, if we turn this shit around, they're gonna all be back on the bandwagon. I'm telling all you Jalen Hurts haters, stay on that side. I don't want to see you jumping back on the bandwagon. Philly, Eagles fans expect better from our players because we know the team can achieve. The NFL is wide open for us to get back to Super Bowl this year. Let's go Birds. Yeah, but you got to remember, man, everybody had a whole offseason to prepare for us, right? And I'm telling you right now, it's in this shit is coming down to Jalen Hurts, bro. Jalen Hurts is going to be the catalyst for a Super Bowl repeat. If he can't get his shit together, we're not going to go back. They are not benching Jalen Hurts. Whoever's spewing that nonsense is nasty. Yeah, we know that. We know that. But they want it to be a conversation point, right? They because they never wanted him anyway. A lot of guys never wanted him anyway. If you tune into some of these shows, they can't stop talking about Jalen. Like everything about the Eagles is Jalen's fault. Jalen. They forget his accomplishments. They forget his completion percentage. They forget his winning percentage. They forget that he's a Super Bowl MVP less than a year ago. They threw all that out the window, and they want to talk about passing. So you got some people who will take a prolific passing offense over wins, in my opinion, because a prolific passing offense does not equate to winning Super Bowls. Look at the Detroit Lions last year. Prolific passing offense. Lost in the divisional round. The Vikings last year. Like, we can go all the way down the line of what you call the ones that are going to do it is the ones that have great defense, that can run the ball, right? And they can have a balanced offense. Philly Entertainment. The disrespect to Hurt should be studied. Is he getting coached the right way, though? Yeah, it should be studied. And he's never going to be appreciated till he's no longer here. Because they want him gone so bad, I guarantee you, he goes with another organization and wins another Super Bowl, we're going to be sick. And the next guy we get in here is probably not going to be as great as Jalen was. That's just what it is. Trey, Jalen is doing perfect for me. He had 2 bad games maybe all season with no O-line, bad production from his wide receiver, and O-line is trash. Yeah, I agree. And he's not putting the ball in harm's way. People want him to put the ball in harm's way. Then when he throws the interception, they're going to clown him for that. Right? And then when people say this whole risk-averse shit, shut the fuck up, you dumb fuck. It's not no risk-averse, nothing. Stop with that stupid-ass word. This offense is very aggressive. It is. They just understand that when they win the turnover battle, they usually win the game, bro. And look, they lost the turnover battle these last 2 games, or tied it, or it was even, and they lost, bro. That's not risk-averse. That's smart coaching. That's smart football. RJ Fletcher. I think they talk like that because Jalen proved them wrong. So the moment he does something wrong, they go, see, I told you he's not good, because the people don't want to be right. They want to be first. Absolutely. Joe. Whew. Because remember, all last year, even that clown fat Dan Sillyho, I call him Dan Sillyho, he was saying, oh, I don't think the Eagles can win with this style of football. You had all these shows talking about, oh, this is not sustainable. All last year. And then when they win, they was pale face, shit face, red face, didn't know what to say. They had to give him his credit. But then 2 or 3 weeks after the Super Bowl, these shows started with the same narrative again, talking about the passing game, talking about this. Is this sustainable? Is this? Is this? So, yes, you're right, RJ. 100% correct. 100%. Hey, we got 27 in the building. Hit the thumbs up on the video, and let's get us to 1,000 subscribers real quick. If you didn't subscribe, already subscribe. Let's get 1,000 subscribers. Philly facts. They expected him to fail since college days. It's the same people hoping for his downfall. Who God bless, let no man curse. He's different. He's willing. He's winning, and they big mad. Absolutely, Dan silly hoe. And then even that whole show, bro. Like, look at their Twitter clips. It's always an attack on Jalen Hurts. Like everybody, like almost damn any time, like it's always an attack, an attack, an attack. That's the same show that was out there in Center City, or whatever the hell they was in Philly, with their whole broadcast set up, smacking hands with fans, happy as hell after the man won the Super Bowl. And Cam is another nasty. I think he do clown shit generally when it comes to Jalen. It's nasty. Yeah, I mean, look, these guys got shows. They're trying to get clicks. They trying to get their show popping. They want that $100-200 million deal. They want that Gilly Wallow money, man. That Ryan Clark bread. Facts, bro. Sales is a big Jalen hater. I can't get it. I can't watch him. I can't watch him. And it's not to take away from all of his takes, but he's just too biased. He's too negative when it comes to Philadelphia. It's like I don't know why you would even want somebody like that on your program. That's just constantly negative, negative, negative about anything Eagles. It's always trying to find a negative angle. I just don't like that shit. It's always something negative, no matter what. Well, what happened here? Oh, well, look at this. Oh, well, what do you think about this? Or, like, come on, man. That's corny. That's corny. You need to be covering the Chargers or the 49ers all the way over there in Cali, bro. Like, why are you even covering the Eagles? You're not even in the area. Because you know if he was in the area, they'll probably egg him and not his house. I actually would condone that. Not saying go to his house, but if I wouldn't mind if somebody poured some beer over his head or something like that. Does Sales talk about any other team? No. I mean, he gets paid to talk about the Eagles. So why he ain't gonna talk about no other team, But he's just too negative for me. Like that's why I kind of like if you're not a fan of the team, fine, but just keep it real. Like for instance, a guy John McMullen, I actually like his commentary. He's not a fan of the team. Adam Kaplan is not a fan of the team. And they don't have any biases. Greg Cosell is not a fan of the team. They don't have any biases. They just give it to you real. I can respect that. But I can't respect somebody who's just a fucking hater. He's not even an Eagles fan. How can he cover the team? Not with Hurts' contract, no trade, called Eagles struggling the last 4 months. And then they got this whole narrative out there that Jalen Hurts they're not going to resign Jalen Hurts and whatever the case may be. We'll see. We'll see. I don't believe that. We'll see. Where's the Rams slander today? You don't see it. Nobody made no video. Ocho was so excited. He was nutting on his video. He was busting nuts on his video, talking about the Eagles' run defense and shit like that. Nothing on Stafford. Nothing. Even though he had as many turnovers as Jalen Hurts had all year, if I'm not mistaken, in one day. None. None from the Rams. They just chalk it up to, they had a bad game. Yep. That's what they chalk it up to. No videos, no hate, no slander. He's the great white American hope, Matthew Stafford. Right? We can't, no slander. Nothing. No shows. But the Eagles, the drama sells. Drama sells. Hey, guys, let's get to 1,000 subscribers real quick. If you didn't subscribe to the channel, please hit the subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 1,000 before we get off this live. But they got a narrative to keep up. Yeah, for sure. You can't, like, RJ. Function, that's my guy. Hurts is the GOAT QB in Philly history. Stop the cap. The Hurts team and say there's nothing they can do about it. Absolutely. Like, they don't understand the love. Like, people love Jalen Hurts in Philly, bro. People love Jalen Hurts, man. They love him. They only have smoke for Jalen. We love Jalen, man. To me, he's the greatest Eagles quarterback in history, man. Between him and McNabb is close. I think Jalen's slowly surpassing him, in my opinion. And it's the guy they say they can't throw. Well, my opinion is I've seen him throw every pass that any other quarterback has thrown. Every pass I've seen Jalen Hurts make. Every single pass I've seen him make. Every pass. I've seen it. Talk about noodle arm this, noodle arm that. And if you ever really been to a game, bro, you will see that all them dudes can sling it. Even the backups. When it comes off their hand, it looks like a baseball, bro. It looks like they throwing a Nerf ball through the air. All them dudes can sling it. Hurts is one of them ones. And when you one of them ones, people hate because they can't break them mentally. Ooh, that's a good one, bro. Oh man, I think you hit it. You hit the jet. I think you hit it right there. They cannot break him mentally. Yep, every pass. The hate fam has to quit. They just don't know what they're talking about. They don't, bro. Dang, yo, they don't, bro. It's sickening, bro. To hear some of this shit. Like, I'm like, yo, let somebody on one of these shows to really go at, like, to debate y'all. It'd be easy. A real Eagles fan will destroy any one of these dudes in a debate, bro. Because every point for point, I'm destroying all of them point for point. Any point they try to make. They can't break him mentally. They get him in a press conference and shit. They don't like the fact that he's always the same. Like, are you serious? It's like they want to see him get flustered. And then somebody was kind of talking about, I seen a fan that was at the game. They was like, it's funny how the camera always kind of shows him when he got that look on his face. When he's chilling. Like, as if he don't care. But somebody at the stadium was like, yo, he's up there talking to the coordinator, like galvanizing the guys, like up, moving around. But they never showed it on TV. They always show him when he's chilling, like on the sideline. They don't never show him. So it's like the narrative is crazy, bro. No, he got it over McNabb, bro. Yeah, I would say he got it over McNabb for sure. I seen McNabb play so much great football, though, for years. He just couldn't get the big one done, but I would have to say it. They call us jail nights for not thinking he's trash. Where they do that at? That's a silly word, Think. That's a silly word. He's not. He's definitely not trash, bro. He's definitely not trash. He may sometimes underperform, but he's definitely not trash. I've seen a lot of Eagles football, bro. I've been watching Eagles football since probably 91, and I was young then, but 91. And I've seen a lot of bad Eagles football, a lot of bad Eagles quarterback. I always tell people in my day, you ain't know if the game was coming on because of blackouts. Because nobody would even come kiss the fucking ring, word. No, people wouldn't even come to the games. When he told Cam, I can't relate to the Super Bowl loss, but I can relate to crying Cam got cooked. He can never let that go. It's sad because Jalen is what Cam should have been. Absolutely. But even if you talk about he had weapons, according to them, he shouldn't have been able to get the ball to the weapons because he can't read the defense or he can't throw. He's noodle arm. But you see him dot shit up in the Super Bowl, dot shit up against Washington. I remember we was talking even before the Washington game. We unofficially didn't start this show, but we had a conversation. Man saying, man, we argued. And he was like, yo, I want make Jalen Hurts beat me. Make even Rio, the dude Rio. Shout out to Rio. Make Jalen Hurts. I want Jalen Hurts to beat us. What the fuck did he do? He beat y'all. Beat y'all. Kiss the fucking ring. Real talk. They can't break him. They can't break Jalen. Brown gotta go. He don't care about winning. I'll take Keenan Allen. He gonna do the same shit. I don't know about that, man. AJ Brown is a dog, bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro. But my thing is, we can't just focus on him. Spread the ball. I don't give a fuck. Like, spread the ball around, bro. Spread the ball around. Let's get to. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let's get to. I ain't trying to leave the air until we get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's go, baby. I'm gonna check to see if we had 1,000 quick on my computer. Oh, my bad. Dang. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We will bounce back because of the talent, not the coaches. Absolutely. Yeah, AJ too good. Just let him go. Yeah, man. I'm not just letting him go, bro. You gotta give me like 2 first-round picks. They better not take no third round pick, bro. And look, they say Jay Jettas is out there. I'll go for Jettas. I'll bring Jettas to Philly, man. Can you imagine Jettas? Wouldn't that be crazy if the Eagles got Jettas, bro? And they had Smitty? Wouldn't that be crazy? And AJ go to Cleveland or some shit like that? That should be crazy, bro. Hold on. Damn, we ain't nowhere near there. Dang. Seven. We got a little bit more. If you just most of you, I guess you already subscribed. If not, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Reginald Walker. How many times have Jalen Hurts took the top off of defense? These stupid hitters still got something negative to say about him. Even if it wasn't for Jalen, the Eagles wouldn't be Super Bowl champs. That's absolutely 100% correct. Because remember, they was like they kept playing people up in the box and shit, and they didn't think Jalen Hurts could beat them, and he burnt their ass. He burnt their ass on many occasions. On many occasions. That's real talk, Reginald. They hate him, bro. But he got to Philly entertainment. But he got to keep his mouth shut because all the extra drama is killing the vibes on the team. AJ got to be better. Exactly. That's the only thing I agree with. Like, for the people keep on, AJ was right. AJ was right. No, AJ fucked up. He made more distractions, I'm going to say. Unnecessary distractions. It was never about was he was right. It was about being a team man and shutting the hell up and playing football. And when you in that locker room, when no cameras is in there, sound off. You running talking to a Redskins fan and shit. You talking to these nut ass fucking reporters and shit. They ain't gonna do nothing but twist your words up. You leaving cryptic ass tweets on Twitter and Instagram, letting people attack your quarterback. It ain't about whether he was right. It was about the way that he did it. So shut the fuck up. People are talking about, oh, he was right the whole time. You need to be smacked. I was a hater for sure. Yeah, I was a hater, man. It'd take me like, I'm not a violent person, but like some of these dudes, man, like if I seen like a silly hoe, I would have to confront him, man. Hopefully I wouldn't like really want to be in that energy. If I ran into those people like a Howard Eskin, I'd probably have to say something to him. Like I really would. Like, yo, you's a bitch, nigga. Like real. I'm sorry for using that word, but you know, you's a bitch, Howard, and dare him to say something out of pocket. I don't know. I just feel that way. Like you go out of your way to hate on a team. Like you going out of your way to talk negative. It's corny. They do it for clicks and views. Yeah, I guess. I guess. Until that shit start costing you tees, and bloody noses. Because if anyone, and I don't condone violence, but if you're gonna go after anybody, go after those fuck niggas. There you go again. Go after them. Go find where them fuck niggas stay and put pressure on them, not the offensive coordinator. They get more traction constantly trashing them. Yeah, I see that. I see that, Dank. I see that. I see that. Because even if it's negative, it still clicks. It still clicks. Everybody want to be a fake ass Howard Stern and shit, I guess, or fake ass WIP. I get it. I get it. I get it, man. I can't get mad at that shit. I really can't. They have more critical titles for hate. They make money. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. What's this? Shannon Sharp warns Eagles. What's this I'm seeing? Shannon Sharp warns Eagles Kevin McTool to get security after fans egg his house. Man, why are these dudes talking about the Eagles so much now? Shannon Sharp. They on the Eagles ride, bro. God damn, I never talked about the Eagles so much. Think about it. What is Shannon Sharp doing talking about Kevin Patullo? I've never seen people disrespect the Super Bowl MVP like this. Is wild. Me neither. Me neither. Me neither, man. You thought after him getting that Super Bowl that it would quiet people down. It made people get even more furious because they said he couldn't do it. They said you will never be able to win with a running quarterback. How many people said that for years? You can't win with this style of offense. Remember they said that? You got to be able to pass the football. You got to be able to do this. You can't run it. He can't. And then he did it. And not only did he do it, he been there one time and should have won that first time. Fell on their face, came back, and then did it in historic fashion. These haters is mad, bro. Think about it. Think about how idiotic these people are. You got a 70% winning percentage, 70% completion percentage. Team is 8-4. Still the number one pick, maybe number two, pick to win the Super Bowl, and they're calling for his backup. This has never in history been done ever. I guarantee you. 70% winning percentage, 70% completion percentage. Super Bowl MVP, been to the Super Bowl twice. His team is 8-4, front runners to win the Super Bowl, and they're calling for the man to be benched for an unproven backup that played for 2 games. My God, what else could it be? What is it? It can't be because of football. It can't be because of his stats. It can't be because of his completion percentage. What else is it? Cilio said himself, Jalen would never win a Super Bowl. Exactly. What else could it be? Philly, ENT. Mahomes is losing. Allen is losing. Let me get that. I gotta get that clip. It's like 37 minutes. All right, I gotta go back and clip that. Herbert's losing. And they call for a backup. Hold up. And they call for a backup QB to replace them. Jalen has a better record than these guys. No one is sounding an alarm to get them replaced. What else could it be, y'all? They see the passing yards and TDs and nothing else. Right. But then and you just notice when they say how many touchdowns they had, they say, well, is it rushing or is it passing? Does it fucking matter? It's a touchdown. They don't, when you score 6, they don't say, oh, rushing, passing. No, it's a touchdown. Come on, man. Like, think about this for a minute, y'all. All the man does is win, perform. And they calling for an unproven backup because he's 6'6". And because he's 6'6" and he's white, he might be another Drake May. What? Anybody who's saying that, we should take the fucking microphone out their hand. We need to take the fucking microphone out of their hand and shut their shit down. Top billing said that yards don't care how you getting them. Right. Bro, and that's the part that I think gets us mad. It's like, yo, what the fuck are you people talking about? You Jelenites, you Tanner. Like, who would even bring that up on their platform to talk about? I wouldn't even ask nobody that dumbass shit. When you think about Tanner McKee, people want, like, what? Because Howard Eskin, this shit comes from Howard Eskin. Because a guy that got fired for trying to touch on somebody, whatever the fuck he was doing. Like, this shit is crazy, man. This shit is outlandish, man. They praise Dak Trashcott so much. They're not even making a playoff. It's crazy. A 6-5 team, and wow, man. Wow is all I can say. I'm trying not to be too loud because of other people in the other area. But come on, man. Come on. If this team was 4-8, I can see it. 8-4. Ain't like we lost. We lost to the number one team in the NFC, and we lost to a division rivalry. And we lost to the Broncos, and we lost to another division rivalry. Like, that happens. That happens. I remember when Philly, I remember when we sucked for years. Now we have a winning QP, and they want to run him out of town because he's black. Yeah, I said it. I mean, what else could it be? What else could it be? What else could it be besides that? Think about it for a minute. What else could it be? Wins, Super Bowls, Super Bowl appearances, MVPs, completion percentage, leadership. What? Where are we going with it? Head-to-head record against all those top quarterbacks is supposed to be better than him? Where are we going with it? Where are we going? The only thing, Reginald, the only thing Jalen needs at this point is a damn good OC who's going to stay with him at least 6. Yeah, he needs that. He definitely needs that. They need to build some camaraderie, man. They keep switching up like that. You got to build some camaraderie. You have to. Could you imagine him with the same coordinator for 2 or 3 years? You figure the NFL playbook has over 1,000 plays sometimes. To keep learning that shit year in and year out, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah, that shit was nasty. What the fuck is in that shit? Damn. Remember, we wanted Gardner to start. Yeah, they did want. You're right. They was calling for Gardner Minshew. They were. Whew. Guys, girls, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But again, we're gonna keep banging. I'm gonna keep banging this shit out and attacking the narratives. But Tula might be the first OC Jalen had more than 1 year. This is crazy to think about. Look, man, I'm not with the fire Kevin Patullo thing. I'll say let's go down with the ship. Because I don't think he called a necessarily bad game last week. It was just we didn't execute. And the only call I didn't like was the tush push call. But at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts can't fumble there. The offensive line is playing horrible. The games that we did, it was very windy last week. It was just unfavorable. So, this week, though, it's no excuses. Our fan base is very ungrateful, absolutely. This week is no excuses. This week, like you got to win the next 2 games, man, conventionally, in my opinion. Like, you got to go and dismantle. You got to go dismantle the Chargers, man. It has to click at some point. And it can. It can. It can, guys. It definitely can. 31 people, 18 likes. Let's get a few more. And by the time the end of the day, let's get to 1,000 followers on the channel, man. We did it very quickly. We're going to keep building. Thanks to you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to mod people up. I'm going to start modding people up. I mean, can I do it from here? I got to start a few mods. I don't go crazy with the mods like some other channels. I'm going to give my first one out to my guy here. Hold on. Can I even do it? Yeah. Awkward. That's one of my mods. I'm going to give a few out. You know what I'm saying? Where'd my guy go? Where'd DRZ? You still around? I'm probably going to go like 5 or 6 of y'all. Damn. All right, I'm gonna definitely WIP have you ready to crash out today. And it'd be crazy because you be clicking on them joints like you want to hear the nonsense or whatever the case may be. So it's like the allure. It's the allure. Those would be the allure and shit. You know, the penalties and the O line is the biggest issue still. But Dink, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Even remember the interception that Jalen threw. As soon as he hiked the ball, they was on his ass. Like Cam Jurgens got blown up, bro. I think if for 100% certainty, if the offensive line played better, everybody would be playing better. That's just football for you. Saquon will be playing better. Jalen will be playing better. I don't entertain those fools. Shit raise my blood pressure too much. Yeah. I mean, WIP, I could kind of take a little better because I'm kind of used to it and I expect it at this point. I do. But now I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, on the road to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to go from there. If you didn't already subscribe, Hunter, you Steelers fan, peace. Please do so. And I'm definitely going to drop something later on for sure. I'm going to definitely drop something later on. It's KP penalties, O-line. KP has no feel for the game, can't adjust, and can't sequence. I agree. Yeah. But hopefully now, at this point, he's starting to learn that. Thank you, Monica. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I was watching the Bears game with my bro. He's a Bears fan. I was getting cooked, man. It pissed on a Friday. That shit pissed me off. I was ready to have a good night. Can't stop Jalen's greatness. Absolutely. I was ready. It just threw my whole shit off, bro. Like I don't like them Friday games, bro. Don't do that shit no more. Especially at 3 o'clock. Don't do that shit no more, bro. That was dumb. That made the shit feel like a Sunday. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all, man. Fast when something doesn't work, he stops doing it. Right. And I think adjustments too. He got to get better with adjustments, bro. He don't know how to adjust. If the defense does something different, that's one thing about Kellen Moore. He was great at adjusting quickly. K. Peters, he keep running to the brick wall. Like you can count on us to get a fucking penalty, be behind the sticks, run up through an inside zone run, lose like 2 yards, just third and fucking 15 and shit. You can count on this team. And the one thing that kind of scares me is playing in another stadium is these penalties, man. It seems like when we go, especially to other stadiums where it's loud, like we get these penalties, man, these pre-snap penalties. You know? Yep, Kellen was experienced though. Yeah, Kellen was. He was very experienced, and he knew. And that just comes with time and situation. Like all right, this is what we got to do now. We got to do this. We got to do this. So yeah, look, I gotta go. I gotta get my son off the bus soon, but I'm gonna be back home at the lab cooking up some more stuff, man. So we appreciate y'all. Check us out Fridays live at 10 a.m. and Mondays at 6 p.m. We be live. I'm doing a podcast, but as you see, I come on here periodically during the week anyway and drop videos. So I'm gonna check. I'm gonna look see what WIP's talking about and other channels, and give my opinions later on. But y'all have a good day, man. It's raining where I'm at, so y'all be safe. I'll holler at y'all. Peace. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's get 1,000 likes by the end of the day. I mean 1,000 subscribers, y'all. Peace.